original instrument is the piano. You started as a pianist, you won the Tchaikovsky competition in 1974. How important is this instrument still for you? Are you still practicing?
Well, I can call myself a musician when I play the piano. I don't call myself a complete musician when I'm conducting, because I make no sound as a conductor. A musician must make a sound. At least, I guess maybe the best would be to sing. If not, you have to play an instrument. So the worst thing for a musician to do is conduct, because you make no sound.
Why did you start conducting?
Well, it was because it is true that I love the sound of the orchestra. And of course, the main reason was the great music that has been written for the orchestra. You know, a lot of which cannot be played on one instrument, like Mahler's symphonies. And
Yeah.
so that was what attracted me to conducting, I suppose. But as you can see, I'm not a great fan of conducting or conductors, myself included. So anyway.
I mean, you already mentioned Gustav Mahler, who was obviously a composer whose symphonies made you become a conductor. Now you're conducting the fourth symphony here in Dresden, combining it with the second symphony by Beethoven. What was the idea behind this program?
Well, I'm not somebody who has many ideas about programs. I just do what I think would be nice to do at that moment. I'm not a good planner in program, and I don't make intellectually very interesting programs.
Program now in Dresden and also in November in a tour to Asia. Do you think that the audience, especially in Asia, will have a special relationship with this spiritual music?
Oh, I don't know. You know, it's a dangerous thing to talk too much about a specific kind of spiritual content in music, because everyone has different ways to think and feel about these things. But for me, it is without any doubt that the root of the so-called classical music is so strongly from the church and goes back so many hundreds of years, and it cannot be avoided that this music served the composers to not only to show their emotion, but without any doubt their efforts to reach beyond and above what is real practical life. So and Mahler was no exception, and so this searching and reaching out to something that is invisible. Music is the best way. I don't know of anything else that is outside of being so deeply spiritual and strong that one does not need anything and one just prays, you know. But through music you can do this equivalent of praying, searching, reaching in the most beautiful way.
Do you think there will be a time where you are going to perform on the piano more often?
No, not often, because first of all, you know, to play the piano well, you really have to work a lot. I mean, I would have to practice all day long, all the time. And so, and then it's physically, I have some difficulties, and so it's, and so if I would play a lot, then I would have to spend that constant time. You know, when I was a pianist, my wife, when I was starting to conduct, she was so happy. Because as a pianist, all I would ever do was in my room with the piano. And after the concert, I would go back to the piano because I was so unhappy, I wouldn't talk to anybody. I wouldn't talk to anybody. As a conductor, I'm forced to talk. That's why I talk a lot now. You see, I'm used to it. As a pianist, nothing. So imagine to live with somebody like that.
It's difficult, yeah. But maybe chamber music is a compromise.
That's right. That I do all the time. I mean, whenever I can. And there I always say, when I play like quartet or better yet, even quintet, and I say, well, I cannot be too unhappy no matter how badly I play, because the other four will play very well. My portion is 20%. So even if I make a total mess and let's say I play 10%, it's still 90% if they all play well. So I can't be so unhappy. Whereas when you're playing alone, you are totally, completely responsible. So if I don't play well, I feel so bad, you see. So,
is there a little piano piece which you like most and which you would like to perform?
No. Not really, but no, especially in this terrible piano. So, well, you have some wish? Let's see.
It's up to you. Maybe something from this CD.
Yeah, well, so it can be short. I'll just play a few phrases of, well, but it's not going to be good because you need a good piano.